Social media interactions become interesting only when it is two-way. You must get a fair chance to interact with the person you follow or the person whose videos you watch. I have started this new initiative, Ask Milestones to Wealth Anything, AMA in short, through which all of you can stay in touch, ask me questions you like to ask, clear your doubts on personal finance, learn more about Milestones to Wealth and about our PMS products, and stay connected. So this brings us closer. I am able to be closer to you, to help you in whatever way I can. You feel closer by asking whatever you wish to, and we grow together, helping each other along the way. So fill in this form and stay connected through Ask Milestones to Wealth Anything. Meeting a promoter always is a very interesting experience. This is a meeting that was one such experience. The promoter wanted to raise a lot of money. I asked him, why do you want to raise this money? He said, everybody is raising money, so let me also raise money. Do you really need this money? Was my question. I don't need it now, but I may need it later. So whenever I need it, I want to have the money. So when money is easily available, let me raise the money. I asked him about how raising money when you don't need money will affect the company's financial performance. He said, how will it affect? I'll put this money in a bank or in mutual funds and I would earn more money out of it. So how would it affect the performance of the company? He had not seen that his company was generating a higher ROE and it did not need the money. By raising money, it did not need simply because the valuations were very high and the market was willing to give him money. He was going to reduce the ROE. Instead, he saw this money as what I call as money for jam or gala money, free money. This valuation is crazy, so let me sell a small percentage of my equity, raise cash and keep it. I can do whatever I want later. Imagine raising capital in a company when you don't need it, without knowing what you're raising it for, and not even having the faintest idea of how this money will generate the same return on equity which the existing business is already generating. Does this sound like a very recent script? This script is 30 years old. Actually 32. 32 years back, a lot of promoters did this. Today, their children and grandchildren are doing the same thing. Let me jog memory to tell you what happened to this money that was raised when it was not needed. Firstly, the company's core business itself stopped doing as well after this money was raised. And this money was deployed in businesses and activities which the company never needed to be in. Simply because there was too much money sitting on the balance sheet, the company's management somehow thought that they could deploy this money anywhere and make money. Any business they enter had to be a success because they were already successful in some other business. So they went into unrelated businesses, deployed all this capital in new plants which had no viability, put money in projects that got delayed. It was the most indisciplined utilization of capital. Friends, when you raise money which you don't need, simply because it is available easily, you fail to think about what you will do with that money and what the consequences will be if you don't handle that money well. You assume that you are a genius and a wizard at handling this money. This is what happened to promoters 32 years ago. The next 6-7 years, saw the companies lose significant valuation. Some of these companies lost up to 90% of their valuations. I won't mention names, but after losing 90% valuation, the managements realized their mistake. And because they realized their mistake, their valuation went up from there probably 100 times in the last 25 years. But the sad news and the bad news is, the children of the same people who made these mistakes are making the same mistakes now, raising money, going into businesses which they have no expertise or experience, putting projects of a scale which they have never handled before, assuming that their market cap gives them the natural entitlement of being business wizards. We are setting ourselves up for very, very interesting times. I hope this generation of younger entrepreneurs, this next gen, succeeds at what they do. But going by history of what happens to capital when it is not needed, what happens to capital that is raised when it is not needed, what happens to capital that is raised when it's not needed and deployed in haste, I am not at all feeling good. I'm feeling very worried. And if you're a shareholder in one of these companies, you have every reason to be worried. Capital efficiency is what gives shareholders like us higher returns. When management take it for granted, it means that the efficiency is going to go down and we are going to lose returns we have already made, and we are not going to make returns in those companies where we are going to lose these returns anytime soon. The good news is we still have returns on the table. We have the option of taking our returns and going home, or staying on this journey where we don't know what will happen and all hell can break loose. That's my worry and concern, and that's the purpose of this video. Stay tuned to this channel, share this video with your friends, and let's see what happens to all these brave hearts who are raising money which they don't need. Thank you.